Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
So let's begin this lesson by first discussing some of the questions. Okay. Here it says in question number 1 that my mother divided an apple into 4 equal parts. She gave me 2 parts and my brother 1 part. How much apple did she give to both of us together? So let's try this question by making a drawing. Okay. So let's say this is the apple that mother divided into 4 equal parts. Okay. So let's say this is 1 part, second part, third part and fourth part. Okay. So now it says that she gave me 2 parts. Okay. So let's say these 2 parts were given to her and my brother 1 part. So let's say this is the part that was given to her brother. Okay. How much apple did she give to both of us? Now look at the image. How many parts out of 4 I have shaded here? I have shaded 3 parts out of the 4. Is that right? So let's write down the answer. How much apple did she give to both of us? She gave 3 parts out of the whole. Okay, is this clear? Out of the whole apple, she gave 3 parts away. Now let's read the next question. It says mother asked Neelu and her brother to pick stones from wheat. Okay, Neelu picked 1/4 of the total stones in it and her brother picked 1/4 of the stones. What fractions of stones did both pick up together? So let's say this is the total that I'm denoting by a square, and out of this 1/4 part, so I'll divide first this into 4 parts, and out of this let's color 1/4. Okay, so this is the part that Neelu has picked up. Okay, so this is the part that Neelu has picked up. Now it says that 1/4 of the total stones was picked up by her and 1/4 was picked up by her brother. So let's say this is the part that Neelu's brother picked up. So I'm just writing brother for here. Okay, now what do we need to find? What fraction of stones did both of them pick up together? So look at this particular image. How many parts do you see shaded out of the 4? We see 2 parts shaded. Is that right? So we can write 2 parts out of the whole. And what is the whole here? The whole is the number of stones in the wheat. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. It says Sohan was putting cover to his notebooks. He put 1/4 of the cover on Monday. He puts another 1/4 on Tuesday and the remaining on Wednesday. What fraction of cover did he put on Wednesday? So I hope the question is clear. Let's represent this question with the help of a diagram. Say this particular circle represents the total number of notebooks that he is going to put cover on. Okay, so we are going to first divide this into how many parts? Look at here. The fraction says 1/4 of the cover. That means 1 out of the 4 parts. So that means the image will be divided into 4 equal parts. So how much is he covering on a Monday? He's covering 1/4. That means I'll just write M for this one. Okay. So say this is the part that he is covering on Monday. That is 1/4 of the total. Now it's saying that 1/4 on Tuesday. So let's say here I'm writing T. This is for Tuesday because this is another representation of 1/4. Just I'm putting T in this particular, this 1/4 column, right? And this one is Monday. That's also representing 1/4. Now it says that how much, whatever is left, he's covering that on Wednesday. So look into the diagram. What part is left that you see? How many of the total parts are left to be covered? Are you saying the answer is 2? Then you are absolutely correct because this is the remaining part that he needs to cover. So he will cover 2 parts out of the whole on Wednesday. right? On Wednesday, he will cover 2 parts out of the whole. And how many parts are there total? 4 parts. So I can write this down as 2 over 4 on Wednesday. Right? I hope this is clear, students, how we have done this. Now let's learn the formal method of adding these fractions. Here it says adding like fractions. In case of like fractions, the denominator is same, so we can add them easily. Let's see the steps of adding them. It says add the numerators, leave the common denominator the same, so you don't add the denominator. Write the answer as numerator 1 plus numerator 2 divided by the common denominator. Okay, let's understand this better by the help of working out questions. Here, this is an example at first. It says that add 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2. So we are going to add 1 over 4. So look into the image. This is 1 over 4. This is 2 over 4. Now when we are adding these two, what is the answer? We are going to add only the numerator terms. Okay, the number sitting on the top of the fraction will be added. And the denominator, it remains the same. You don't add the denominators. So 4 remains itself and we just add 1 and 2 and the answer is 3 over 4. You can just imagine keeping these two circles one over the other. You will see that the third circle that will be formed will have this shaded, and this part shaded as well. Only one part will be left, right? So how many do you see shaded in this? We see 3 out of 4 shaded, right, students? Now let's try some question. It says in question number 1, add 1 over 8 plus 1 over 8. So 1 over 8 plus 1 over 8, we just keep the denominator the same and the numerators are added together. So the answer is 2 over 8. Moving on to the next one, it's 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5. So 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5 is equal to 5 over 5. That is a whole. So I can even write this as 1. Okay. If out of 5 parts, all the 5 parts are colored, it means we are representing the whole. Okay. So I can write this as 1 as well. Clear? Now moving on to the next one, it's 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6. So the answer is 2 over 6. I hope this is clear. Now let's do the second question. It's 1 over 12 plus 1 over 12. So we keep the denominator the same. We add the numerators and then we get the final answer of 2 over 12. Clear? Moving on to the next part, that is subtracting the like fractions. So how we did the addition, we are going to follow the same method in subtraction. Just the difference is that now we are going to find the difference between the numerators. Let's read the question. It says Sharmila had 5 over 6 of a cake. She gave 2 over 6 out of that to her younger brother. How much cake is left with her? I hope the question is clear. Sharmila had how much? 5 out of 6 of a cake. So this cake is represented by a whole. It has been divided into how many parts? Look at the denominator. It's 5 over 6. So it is divided into 6 total parts. Out of this, how many parts are with Sharmila? 5 parts. It says she gave 2 over 6 out of that to her younger brother. So she was already having 5 and out of 5 she gave away how many? She gave away 2 out of 6 parts. Now it says that how much cake is left with her. So how many do you see shaded in the image now? It's 3 out of 6. Clear, students? So if you see that out of 5 parts she gave away 2, so what is left with her? 3. And 3 out of how many? Out of 6. So is that clear? We just have to work down the numerators to get the subtraction done of a like fraction. Let's see the steps now. It says subtraction. Subtract the smaller numerator from the bigger numerator. Leave the common denominator the same and then write the answer as big numerator minus small numerator divided by the common denominator. Let's see one example. The example is 3 over 10 from 8 over 10. Now this is very important that which number you will keep at first. It says 3 over 10 from 8 over 10. So 8 over 10 will come at first and from this I'm going to subtract 3 over 10. Okay, so what is 8 minus 3 over 10? You just solve the numerators. You will not solve the denominator. The denominator will remain the same. So it's 5 over 10. Okay, I hope it's clear. Moving ahead, it says find the difference between 7 over 8 and 3 over 8. So 7 over 8 minus 3 over 8 is equal to 7 minus 3 over 8. So what is 7 minus 3? It's 4 over 8. Okay, so denominator same, only numerators are solved. Moving on to the next question, it says mother made a gur patti in a round shape. She divided it into 5 parts. Seema ate one piece from it. If I eat another piece, then how much would be left? So what is the total number of parts? It says mother made gur patti in a round shape. Right, it's a round shaped and she divided it into 5 parts. How many parts? 5 parts. So I'll just try to divide it into 5 equal parts. This is 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so Seema ate one piece from it. So let's write for Seema. So Seema ate 1 out of 5. Right? If I ate another piece means another 1 out of 5. So this is consumed by Seema and now she is consuming one more part. So now she is again consuming one more part, right? So the total part that she'll eat is total parts she ate. So what am I writing? The total part that she consumed. So it's 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 and that is 2 over 5. This is the part that she consumed. Now I want to find how much is left. So left over is equal to, what is the total? 5 out of 5 is total. Out of this 2 over 5 she ate. So what is left? 5 minus 2 is 3 over 5. So what is left? As you can see in the image itself, 3 parts out of 5 are left in the gur patti. Okay, now let's move ahead and try another question. It says, my elder sister divided the watermelon into 16 parts. I ate 7 out of them. My friend ate 4 out of them. How much did we eat between us? How much more of the watermelon did I eat than my friend? What portion of watermelon remained? Okay, so let's do it one by one. My elder sister divided watermelon into how many parts? 16 parts. So the denominator is 16. Okay, so I ate, I'm also writing here, I ate 7 out of them. So 7 out of 16 she ate. Friend ate. Friend ate 4 out of 16. Okay. How much did we eat between us? That is the total amount that they ate. So that is, we are going to find the sum of 7 over 16 and 4 over 16. This is the total part that these two friends ate. So it's 7 plus 4 over 16. So what will we do? We have to keep the denominator the same. Is that right? And here we'll add the numerators to write down the answer. Okay. Here this is the total amount of watermelon that they both eat. Now it's asking how much more of watermelon did I eat than my friend. Now we have to compare the two. When we are comparing the two, we need to find the difference between the two. So let's find the difference between 7 over 16 and 4 over 16. Because this is subtraction of like fractions, the denominator remains the same and we need to do 7 take away 4 is 3. Okay, so she ate 3 more parts compared to her friend. Now it says what portion of watermelon remained. Now what is left over? So let's write down for leftover. So for leftover students here, the total parts are 16. So I'm writing the whole as 16 over 16. Take away what is the total part that they ate? It is 11 over 16. This is what has been consumed. So it's 11 over 16. And what are we left with? The denominator remains the same. 16 take away 11 is 5. So what part of watermelon is left over? It's 5 over 16. Clear?